if you watch my show, For Cannon's Sake, when we are live at 12 p.m., or you listen to it after the fact, I don't care. You've heard me mention for over a year about the expansion that I'm trying to have regarding my website and what I am going to do and my plans for that. And it is taking so much money and so much time to finally get to a position to where we can do that and do it correctly. So I am proud to announce that, of course, the new and improved ericdjuly.com is now live. You can go there and you can see the new website. And there are some let's say the bullet points, if you will, and which I really want to highlight in the reasoning for me doing it. First and foremost, every creator, I think, because of the uncertainty of a lot of the social media platforms it is that we have out there, a lot of us are, dare I say, we understand that the walls can close in at any given time. So I've pushed my efforts towards a more independent route with my content and looking for what my future adventures are. As an example, we have the comic book company that we're going to be doing, self-publishing as well. In addition, you already know my band, we do the self-publishing thing and as well. What we're trying to do is that we don't want to remain so reliant upon these social like media platforms that any event that they access, everything goes to crap. I don't want to be in that position, and unfortunately, a lot of us are. And what I wanted to do was put my money where my mouth is, but also think of creative ways in a way to do that will be unique for my own individual community. So before we get on that side, just understand that was the whole point and why I'm doing what I'm doing with the website. So let's talk about the main website right now. And you're seeing some of this right now here. If you are watching this, if you're listening to us live, or if you listen to the audio podcast, you can't see this, but if you're watching this, you see it. So obviously you can see this is a complete revamp, professionally done website, as you can see, that has just all basic information about me. You can also go to the About tab if you want to learn some more stuff about it. But this acts as a hub because you'll be able to get access to virtually every single thing it is that I've done in terms of the content. You can, of course, go here, for example, this 4cannonsake.com routes here, and you can get access to the podcast if that's something that you want to listen to and all of that. But the big thing that I'm proud to announce is that this tab is back. So a lot of people don't know that for a very long time, a big part of my career and a lot of I got a lot of money, definitely when I was in the growing up in my 20s, by ghostwriting. It's been a talent of mine. Writing in general has been a talent of mine. But all of the services that I've offered back then are now back on the table. So for those of you that want to commission me for anything pertaining to these 4 topics, music, writing, speaking, voice acting, all that stuff, you can reach out to me in that regards. I took it off for a while there. I didn't do it because I was focusing so much on what it is that I'm doing. But now that I have an expanded team and everybody has the goals and roles, now I can focus on creation stuff. And I want to help folks build on what it is they're doing. This goes from voice acting on up to the writing and the stuff that I've been doing really for the last decade, and some change and longer than that for some of the writing period. And now those services are back. You can go there and you can fill out the contact sheet. We'll get in contact with you. So those services are now available for you guys. The biggest portion of the site, however, and by the way, let me backtrack just a little bit. The only thing not live right now is the merchandise that'll be on the main site. We are going to be getting rid of our usual merchandise. What we use, Teespring. That is going to be no more. We're going to self-release those as well, and they'll be run through the platform, and you'll be able to get some merchandise as well. So be on the lookout for that. We just didn't have that ready for launch, but it will be soon enough. So the website itself, again, you see all this. You can contact me, all that. And there are some things that I still need to add, but it functions well and it looks great. But here's the big part right here. For a lot of you, again, the wall's closing in, and there is we see the funky things that happen. And often they think that it helps their bottom line, but these companies that we all use for content purposes are flaky, because at any given time they can switch a rule and then you're fucking gone. And that platform that you built there means nothing. So it's best that we use what we can right now to reroute people to what it is that we do. I won't say never. Patreon hasn't done anything to me per se, but I've seen what Patreon has done to other creators. And so what I thought this is my thought process behind this. I'm like, okay, we need to cut out the middleman for as many things as we can do. Let's start with Patreon. For those of you that don't know what Patreon, it's the platform that people use to have people support them on what it is that they're doing, and they can do it monthly, and of course get cool perks and all of that stuff with it. But it's limited, too limited as far as I'm concerned. And there are alternatives. There's Subscribestar. You have Locals, which has become like kind of the other political aisle side, and what they're doing, and not just people on the other political aisle there. Tulsi Gabbard, I think, is over there as well. But with this, I was like, yeah, I could go just to an alternative to Patreon, or I could make my own damn thing. And yeah, it took a lot of money to make sure that I got this damn thing up and running. But here's the thing. The day I'm shooting this video, 2 weeks from now, we're going to phase out Patreon. It will be no more. I'll be offering something for those guys over there, but it's going to be no more. What's going to happen now is that basically what's going to act as the Patreon is going to be my own membership portion of the website. So, we had a YouTube Max. You guys get those perks with being able to view, for example, the videos and streams that we've done. But with this one, this is completely unique rewards, and it's the website Max. And about the similar price tiers, a bunch of them. If you want to get in for 99 cents to mess around with it, you can do that as well. But what this is designed to not just give the perks that we have for Patreon, but make it more high stakes and also have our own little social media hub upon which we can continue to grow on that and continue to expand on that with features that are ever changing. So yes, the topic request and the merchandise off and the music, you still get all of that. But this is going to continue to expand. And this is the second portion of the website. So as you see, if you go here, you're on the main website, you need to get logged in. Bam, you click that, you get logged in, and then you'll see what I see right now. And what this is the hub, if you will. And we have forums live right now. There's already some discussions going on there, and you can get in on the discussion. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because the community aspect is the biggest part of what it is that I do. So it's not about you just supporting me. It's about you being able to link up with other like-minded individuals and have conversations on a fucking platform that, you know that we all get it, if you will. Yeah, I have all my other forms like Discord, all that stuff is active. But this is where I'm going to be the most interactive. If I am doing something and working, I will have this, of course, pulled up on my third monitor, and I'll be very interactive with you guys. And, of course, honoring requests when I can and all of that as well. But right now, you can get in, create your profile, get logged in, jump into the forums, have a chat. But we're going to be expanding. I have a meeting today as well with my team. We're going to be expanding on what you can do in terms of your profile and the things that you're going to be able to do there. And the coolest part of this is that it also has an application. So the application you can get right now, it's already live on Google very, very soon. And maybe by the time you even see this video, the iOS app will be out as well. And I'm working on an APK as well for you guys. And what you're going to be able to do is log right in, click the damn thing, get logged in. And that's just for the members. No sense in getting the app unless you're a member. But it's called the Mac app. You can go grab that. You get the app, bam, good to go. Get logged in, and you'll see basically what you see right now on your mobile device. And this is going to act as a one-stop shop for everything it is me. So again, also part of the expanded features is we need to make sure that like within this app, you can see the latest podcast, all of that. Those are stuff that we're working on right now, and it'll be ready to go. It'll be ready to go there soon, but it's not ready quite yet. But that's going to be the stuff that we're going to be expanding on, and this is what I'm talking about. An interactive social media hub in addition to what it is that you would get if you were my patron. This is something that is completely optional, and this is why I'm going to be most interactive, because the people that are doing this are going out of their way to support me. I want to show you something real quick before I let you guys go. And again, this is ericdjuly.com. You can go there right now and go ahead and get signed up. But there was something else that I wanted to fucking show you guys. And it just really shows the disconnect between both myself and these fucking weirdos. Now, I want to make an example. You remember, and some of you that follow me know I've mentioned this before. If I did what it is that I do, and I'm always tied to a mega corporate entity, nobody ever questions it, for the most part. But the minute you try to do something that's on some independent shit, people then act like there's some sort of conflict there or malintent, which is worse. And I'm like, what? Like this weirdo says Eric's a good guy, tongue in cheek. But it's amusing watching right wingers. Remember, everybody not a deranged Bernie Sanders supporting communist is a fucking leftist. A right winger according to these guys. Prepare for perma bans by exclusively monetizing freedom of speech. I don't even know what that means. And personalized branded political bubbles. It will work for a bit and be enough to get retirement money, which I guess this matters. And this guy, he quote tweets. Well, I quote tweeted him because he sent this to me. He said, "Giving your money is expressing freedom," and I say, yes. Yes, it is. It is. It absolutely is. But on a serious note, independence and people not going through the proper channel strikes fear in the hearts of a lot of political enemies, but a lot of allies and I'm using that, of course, in quotes because they're not that at all. There's a bunch of pretenders who want people to continue to do everything through what is deemed as the major channels and the major platforms. Like I've said, I could be tied to every mega corporate entity. I could work out of a cube and nobody would ever question what it is I would do if I did the same thing I did right now. But the minute I try to strip away from these people like the Patreons of the world who, look, they do what it is that they do. And I'm not saying those services aren't useful. But if I can do it within my own capacity, within my, like for me and my audience, and put the money forth to make something unique in terms of the experience, then yeah, I'm going to do it. And what's the problem? There is no problem. This is just me trying to do something unique for my community while also cutting out the middleman. Because so often, hey man, Google gets 30% of this money. They get X amount of percentage for the viewer ads and all that. Is there a way to support you in which, it goes directly to you? Yes, there is. Aside from buying the stuff that I have out there with like music, you can do this. And with this, we have a unique experience, unique social hub that is going to continue to expand. And I'm very, very excited to be able to do that. So it's out now, live, ericdjuly.com. You can go ahead and get signed up if you want to. You can look at the new website. You can go ahead and get signed up over there as well. Join in on the forums. And again, there's some exclusive merchandise stuff that I'm going to be doing for the people that are members over there, particularly pertaining to the comic book. And I can't wait for that. So thank you for all the support. Took us a long time to finally get this going. And I'm glad that it's finally out there. Big shout out to all of you. And of course, everybody on my team from, Carol to Andrew. We got Sheep City. And of course, my bandmate, Brian, who does a lot for us. All of you guys are fucking amazing in terms of the support. And my team has been just absolutely killing it And it's not been an easy thing for me to do. It's not even about running myself thin. It's that I like to keep things in-house. And it was not easy for me to be like, okay, I need more people to be a part of this shit. Otherwise, I'm not going to have time to create what the people want. And having those guys be able to manage some of what, like the workload there has been godsend. And they're all community members, which is what makes it more important than anything. And why I wanted to have those, that I could commission some guy who I've never met to do some of the stuff. But no, that's not what this is about. You don't get it, right? We got people that are here that have rocked with me for years, and the team will continue to expand as this gets bigger. So I don't know how big this is going to get. We already have a bunch of signups now, and I hope to see you guys there. But again, the biggest selling point for this right now is the social media hub. Of course, you get topic requests that we'll talk about whatever you wanted me to talk about with the podcast and all of that. But the ever expanding stuff is what you're going to want to keep an eye out on, and I'll be, of course, funneling exclusive content through there. So thank you guys so much for the support. EricDJLive.com. Go ahead and get signed up. You just watched a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake. Catch us live at 12 p.m. throughout the week over at youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and follow us over at odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. If you want to watch the entire video cast after the show is over, just be sure to become a member on the YouTube channel. Of course, the full audio portion of the podcast is available for free on all major digital platforms, or just visit forcanonsake.com.